everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm just going to be showing you how I store and package and post all my items. It's going to be a quick one today because I really don't have a lot of time this week. It's been a crazy busy week. I'm just waiting for my second order from bulk vintage wholesale, so I'm very excited about that. I just thought I'd go through the entire process of getting a big order delivered to my house and how I process it and sort it out and do all that stuff. So at the minute I don't have like a garage or a shed or anything like that. The house I'm in at the minute is really small. I really hate this house. I don't like saying that because I like to look on the bright side, you know. I'm grateful that I have a house. There's been times in the past where I didn't have a house, but I just don't like this one. It was only meant to be a stopgap house. I just quickly had to get the cheapest house I could get in the quickest amount of time, but stuff happens and I've ended up staying here for the last 2 years, which is fine. It's been fine, but it's not where I want to be, but it's where I am, so we have to make the most of where we are. And the size of your house and everything is going to be like the major factor in what you can do, the amount of stuff you can store and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have a spare room, I don't have a spare anything. I have a really small house but a really big garden, so it's kind of annoying. Like I could build like another 2 houses on the garden. It's really just wasted space. So what I'm going to show you in the video is what I'm doing now, but it is going to change because in the next few weeks I really want to get like a shed or something outside because there's just so much space. I could store so much out there, but I'm just really wary about finding something that's really weatherproof and damp proof. I don't know what kind of thing is going to be better, like a metal, you know, like I was looking at the metal containers. I don't know whether one of them is going to be better, or just because like a normal shed surely would just get damp and things, especially with clothes. So I've been looking at like summer houses or the outside offices you can get that hook up to electric and stuff, so you have like heating and stuff in there. I don't know. That's the next step of what I'll need to find out, but I definitely need to be using the space in the garden because there's just so much. Alright, so just from the beginning, when I get like a massive box or bag with like 100 items in, I bring it in and I bring it into my bedroom and I put it on my bed. Now the reason I do that is because if I put it somewhere else, I may just leave it there and not look at it because it's too big to look at. So if you put it on my bed, then I have to do something with it or else I can't go to bed. So I have a big box that's just in front of my wardrobe and I put in like 20 items. I just grab 20 items, put them in the box, and then I'll work on 20 items at a time. I'll take them downstairs, I'll iron them, and then I bring them back up. I photograph them here, and I usually do 10 at a time of that, and then I have a chair next to my desk that I just put the items on once they've been photographed, and I'll just stack up a big pile, or maybe let it get to about 30 or 40 items that have already been photographed, and then I will just sit on my computer and draft. Usually do about 7 at a time. I don't know why 7. 10, I just seem to get bored after 7 and I get tired. And then it's usually at night time when the children are in bed, I will on my phone upload the photos. And then because I hate seeing clothes piled on that chair, it forces me to sort them out. So all my clothes I fold up and put into these clear bags. I've got these smaller ones which are good for like skirts and t-shirts and things, and then I've got bigger ones which fit. These do fit coats and stuff, and jeans in there. And then I use these labels, little labels on them, to number them. And at first I was just using cardboard boxes, and I'd have cardboard boxes like box A, box B, box C, and then on each label I'll just put A1, A2, A3, A4, blah blah blah. Every week or so I started buying the big storage boxes. These are the really useful boxes. They're the 64 litres. I absolutely love them. They're so good. They fit so many items in. I think these boxes have about between 30 and 40 items in per box, and because they stack so nicely, I just have stacks of them dotted around the house, which I really don't mind, and I have quite a few more areas that I can make stacks out of. The only thing I don't like about doing that is having to lift them, because it always seems like no matter what order I put the boxes, things always sell from the bottom box, of course, so I'm always having to you know, move them to get in them, which is why I need to build some kind of storage facility outside where I can have shelves and I'm not having to lift and pile up the boxes all the time. So I currently have these kind of stacked in pretty much every room of the house, but this has been working really well for me with clothes. Now with bigger items and things, I have like a little, I don't know what you'd call it, like an outhouse thing, storage thing on the side of my house. It is really small, and my house is that small that my kitchen doesn't even fit a fridge freezer in my kitchen. There's just nowhere for it, which is just ridiculous. But so the fridge freezer goes in the side part, which is really annoying. But anyway, the fridge freezer fits in there as well as a dryer. And I do have some shelves in there that I'm able to put bigger things in. I really don't like that side bit though. For one thing, I think it was once tiled or something, so the walls just look horrible because the tiles have been pulled off and it really needs like replastering and all that, which I'm just not willing to do because I don't even want to stay in this house for much longer, so I'm not even going to bother wasting my money doing anything like that. It's not damp, but I worry that it could get damp in there. I've not had any issues yet, but I just don't fully trust it. So I don't really like having especially clothes in there. I have this cupboard which I put all my like breakable items in, and I have some shelves that fit nicely in there. I also have these other boxes that I am just swapping out for the really useful boxes, because even though these boxes have been fine, they're just not as good as they're not as sturdy. The lids are rubbish. The lids don't clip on or anything. Yes, I'm slowly swapping them out for the really useful boxes. Right, so that's storage. Oh, I still do have a lot of clothes in cardboard boxes as well that are numbered. Especially when you order the really useful boxes, it makes me laugh because they're really big, obviously 64 litres, but you get it in a cardboard box that's the same size. So I use that cardboard box as well as the really useful box. So you get kind of two, and the cardboard boxes work perfectly fine. You just can't really stack them. They're obviously not as steady as plastic, but they work and they're fine. Right, shipping. The whole reason why I moved on to clothes is because I just hate packaging items. I hate it. I realised I hate it when things would sell and I would just dread it. I dread things selling, which is so stupid. But with clothes, it's amazingly easy. All the clothes that I've numbered and, you know, put A1, A2, I use the custom SKU box, so it literally takes seconds to find clothes, which is so nice, because before I had this system going on, I think I just had clothes like together in a bag or something in here, and then once something sold, I had no idea where it was. I had to root through things, I'd lose things, and it's the worst, especially if you're only making like, say, £5 profit on an item and you're having to spend an hour like running around your house pulling everything out trying to find it. It's not good. So now I can find items in like a matter of seconds, literally seconds, and then I just pull the bag out and I use different colours. I like to change it up. These are just the normal eBay bags that I get from eBay, and these are some nice purple ones that I got from Amazon. Super cheap and super colourful. How easy it is with clothes. You just put it in and that's it, finished. Literally takes seconds. At the minute I just have a normal printer and I print the label out and whack it on there. I found these little boxes which I absolutely love. They come in a pack like this, and I think I got these on eBay actually. I'll put the link down below for all these things if anyone's wanting them. But these little boxes are so good I use them for jewellery, and I've got a load of glasses. I think they are actually called glasses box, but they are so tough. Like, they are not going to break. So you can put little breakable things in there. So they're just really, really handy for little things. I also keep a box like this that's just full of little padded envelopes that I use for all sorts of things. CDs, jewellery again, DVDs, games and that kind of stuff. I use a lot of them, so that's why I buy the big boxes at a time. It just works out cheaper. I buy these on Amazon. They're just the mailing bags, but you get a pack and there's just all different sizes, which are just really handy. Packaging breakable things, which is something I just really, really hate. But anyway, I always get boxes from local shops, and Lidl on a Monday morning, well, where I live it's Monday morning where they have all the boxes out, so I go in there and get a load of boxes pretty much every week. I also, because I order so much stuff online, like Amazon and stuff, I always have boxes, and I just pile them up in my little side bit of my house. And this, look at the state of that, I can tell I've just pulled it. This brown packing is my favourite thing to use with big boxes or breakables. I have a weird twitchy eye going on. Yeah, it's great to just shove in, and you can just scrunch it up. Yeah, I buy big rolls of this. I also buy big rolls of bubble wrap, of course, which is needed for... I wrap loads of things in bubble wrap, even like board games and stuff. I wrap in bubble wrap before putting it in a box. I just think I've never had any complaints anyway, so that's just what I do. Of course, packing tape and things I buy all from Amazon, the big 6 packs I think they are. Okay, my essential items is this little cheap debobbler. It has brought back so many items of clothing and so many coats that were horrendous. This little machine has worked wonders. It's not even a make or anything, is it? I think it's like literally £7 on Amazon. But I think it's brilliant. I think it's really good. Alright, postage. Postage really, really depends on where you live. It's going to be different for everybody. Because I live in the middle of nowhere, and I mean middle of nowhere, we do actually have a post office, but it's never open. I think it opens for like a few hours on a Wednesday or something, but I haven't seen it open for months. I don't think it's been open this whole lockdown time. You never know when it's going to be open, so you can't trust it to know that you can go there. So I've used it like twice since I've lived here in the last 2 years. My other post office it's about a 5 or 6 mile drive, but you'd have to get to it. You have to park your car and pay for parking in a car park to walk around to the post office. So it's pain in the backside to just get there and to get things to carry it in. Like, where it is really awkward. It's just not in a good place at all. I've also had the most trouble with sending things with Royal Mail, and I've had like them lose items and stuff. Not things that are really expensive, just little annoying things. Things that I'd just refund instead of trying to claim it back and all that. You know, things that are just not worth it. But they're little things that just add up and they're annoying, and I don't like them. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I use Hermes for everything now. I used to just use them for bigger things, but now I use them for everything. During lockdown, they were so cheap. They did collection from your house for like £1.45 or something, up to 2 kilograms, was it? I don't know, it was crazy cheap anyway. So I just started using them for everything, and now the prices have gone back up to £2.90, but where my drop-off thing is literally in the garage next door to my son's nursery. And he goes to nursery on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So I go there every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, twice a day to pick him up. You know, drop him off and pick him up. So that means I can take items there. I'm already there to drop them off. So for me, it just works out perfectly. And then, so also on a Tuesday and a Thursday, I have the Hermes guy that comes around, and he picks up my items on a Tuesday and a Thursday. So it's only on a Saturday and a Sunday that items aren't going out. So even though it does work out more expensive, I just factor that in to my prices. I have no issues with Hermes. People say they have a lot of issues. I've had 2 things break in the time that I've used them, which is I've been using them like every week for the past, I don't know, 2 years. I've had 2 items that broke. I've had 2 items that broke, which I fully take responsibility for because I could have packaged them better. So I think that's my fault. I have had 1 item go missing, but it did show up about a month later. So it did eventually turn up, but I don't know what happened there. But literally every other item arrives really fast within 2 days, I think. I don't know, I'm always getting feedback of how fast my delivery is. I think it's because like the things that I sell today, I package tonight, I print off the labels tonight, and what day are we on today? Thursday. I'll drop them off tomorrow morning. So I do that every day, and it just works perfect for me. But obviously if you live like next door to a post office, then and especially if you're sending clothes, because you could send them that fit through a letterbox, they're going to be far cheaper. But for me, it just works out paying that bit extra. Plus you get the tracking with Hermes, and it's just that bit of security. Even for items that are really cheap, I get that it's probably not worth getting tracking. I just really like that it's tracked. I can see what's going on. I haven't had any issues that people are talking about. I just haven't. I think that's it. I hope this was useful to you, and let me know how you store all your things, especially if you're in a tiny house. Please let me know what you do. And also, if anyone has any suggestions or advice about sheds and weatherproofing and damp proofing outdoor storage areas, please let me know, because I have the money ready to go to build something outside. Obviously I'm going to get someone else to do it because I'm good at doing stuff, but I'm not that good. So yeah, please let me know if you have any suggestions at all. All my stuff is linked down below, and my Instagram and stuff, so follow me over there, and I will see you in the next video.